So, Jewish News has attacked Novara media for Holocaust comparisons. In an article where they also go after Zach Polanski, they point to a Novara post about Shabana Mahmood's policy of taking away possessions of asylum seekers. So the post reads, a plan by Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood to seize valuable assets like jewellery from asylum seekers in order to pay for their accommodation resembles a policy used against Jewish people in Nazi Germany, critics have noted. So according to Jewish News, this is offensive because Novara are literally just reporting facts. Now, Nazi Germany took property, including jewellery, off Jewish people. That's not an opinion, unless Jewish News wants to ignore that. They also echoed what the Good Law Project said. Inspired by Donald Trump, backed by Tommy Robinson, channeling the Nazis, here's Labour's new policy on migration. We need to stop getting offended at facts. I mean, the insinuation here is that it's, downplaying the Holocaust. Therefore, nothing can ever compare. We must never use the Holocaust as an example. It's uniquely evil. But there's no such thing as uniquely evil. And the way people today are defending a genocide in Palestine makes it very clear how the Holocaust happened. People have the capacity for evil today. But when the Holocaust is framed in a way in which this specific moment in history belongs in isolation, what that means is we should never call out warning signs because nothing like this can ever happen again. The entire point of Never Again is to use the Holocaust as an example of how low humans can go, but also to prevent it from happening again. The Holocaust happened because warning signs were ignored until it was too late. Now, this doesn't mean that Labour are going to usher in a new Holocaust. No one, and I mean no one, is suggesting that. And for anyone who's claiming that making very real comparisons means we're accusing, or people are accusing, the government of bringing out the gas chambers, right? Then I think you're just a dishonest prick. However, you don't wait until the gas chambers come out. And that's not going to happen, right? It's not. But I've seen so many people, particularly on the right, that get so mad and offended when people bring up the Nazis. Because these people can only think in black and white. They don't understand nuance. When someone says, oh, that language used there, it was also used in the media in the 1930s and 40s, or by being historically correct by saying, well, fascists actually did this and they did that, so, be careful. They automatically think, oh, are you accusing us of wanting another genocide, another Holocaust? So an example of this is Zach Polanski on the BBC.
Every single Labour MP needs to look to their conscience.
Why?
The interview we just heard, you said it yourself. The question was, you never told anyone when they voted they were voting for this. This is extreme, this is inhumane, and it is a government of cowards. Rather than take on the powerful, because the issue here is not immigration, it's inequality. They went for pensioners, they went for the disabled, and now they're going for people who are fleeing war and conflict. I am furious. So many people are furious because this is a totally unconscionable way to deal with things. And how dare the minister say we are an open, tolerant country? How dare she come tonight to Newsnight and talk about compassion at the same time they're talking about seizing people's assets? I am a child of Jewish ancestry. I am Jewish. We have seen this with Nazi Germany. We are seeing it in 2025. This government needs to hang their heads in shame.
You could see Layla Cunningham's face really screw up, and she was waiting for her opportunity for the right-wing line that everyone you disagree with is a Nazi. But did Zach accuse Labour of wanting another genocide? No. Did he call this Labour government Nazis? Also no. He simply said that the rhetoric echoes what some of the things that were said back then. The way in which the media talk about immigrants and refugees today, some of those lines are a direct copy and paste of Nazi Germany. They, just swap out the word Jew with Afghan, for example. Now, does that mean we're saying that the right-wing media is cheering on another Holocaust? No. But what we are saying is that the corporate media are utterly ignorant of history and they just need to be careful. So why would a Jewish newspaper be so quick to downplay a Holocaust comparison? Surely it's due diligence. Well, from what I found from Jewish News, they were once upon a time, in 2020, planning to merge with the extremely Zionist right-wing paper, the Jewish Chronicle. Also, back in 2015, Jewish News co-organised a UK-Israel Shared Strategic Challenges conference. Speakers at the day-long event in Parliament included then Israeli Deputy Prime Minister Silvan Shalom, opposition leader Isaac Herzog, Yesh Atid leader Yair Lapid, as well as UK Middle East Minister Tobias Ellwood and Charles Farr, the Home Office's counter-terrorism chief. So is Jewish News just a pro-Israel paper? It seems so. But having comparisons with what happened in the past is not offensive. It should be doing exactly what we supposedly said what we should be doing. That, to me, is what never again means.